Councilmember Rick Cole here with your Monday, March 30th Council Preview, and it's an important one. We begin early at 4:30 because we have a packed closed session agenda. We'll be talking with our attorneys about litigation and with our staff about both union and lease negotiations, and the City Council will be continuing our discussions about the selection of our next city manager. In fact, we may come to a final vote on Monday in closed session. Then in open session, after disposing of a few minor items on the consent calendar, we take up the main item, in fact really the only item on our agenda on Monday, which is the future as well as the past of the 710 stub. We all know that area as the concrete and traffic-choked ditch in southwest Pasadena. It was gouged out of our city by Caltrans more than half a century ago, in their effort to force the cities of Pasadena and South Pasadena to agree to the extension of the 710 freeway between the interchange of the 134 and the 210 all the way to Alhambra and on to Long Beach. That extension was killed by local opposition, so 4 years ago, Caltrans agreed to give back to Pasadena, relinquished in government talk, the 55 acres that it created when it dug that ditch decades ago. So for the last 2 years, monumental work has been done by a citizen task force along with a team of consultants and our city staff to create a new vision for the reuse of that 710 stub. The 710 Reconnecting Pasadena Advisory Committee delivers its report on Monday, and it's quite a whopper. It not only deals with the future development of the area, but also with restorative justice for the people who lost their homes and businesses when the 710 was created, along with the thousands of people who were relocated to make way for the 210 to the north. They have a number of recommendations, starting with one of the most important, which is that the city not sell this land to a developer, but rather retain it in perpetuity using 99-year leases for commercial and residential development. They envision this area as reconnecting Old Pasadena to some of Pasadena's most historic neighborhoods to the west. They envision as many as 1,800 residential units, many of them affordable, some of them potentially offering opportunities for the families of those relocated to return to Pasadena. They're also recommending that we begin a specific planning effort to work out the details, and that we choose from two land use and mobility options, this one called the Paseos and Boulevards plan, which is what deals with one of the most important challenges for reusing the 710, which is what do we do with all the traffic that Caltrans has dumped into these residential neighborhoods for decades. Many would like to see it removed, but of course there's concerns about where it might go instead. So we'll be talking about that over the next couple of years and making plans to return those neighborhoods to the peace and quiet that they deserve. We also are taking a look at how we finance this massive undertaking and how it should be governed, since it will take 10 to 20 years for the full development to unfold. Should that be something directly done by the city, or should we set up something like the Rose Bowl Operating Company under the guidance of the city to undertake this massive transportation, real estate, and restorative justice effort on behalf of the citizens and for the future of many generations to come. So I hope you'll tune in. This is one of the most important decisions the city will make for decades, because it's a unique chance to recapture something we lost and now have a chance to restore even better than what we lost.